welcome back to Early Hour and day 9 of our Rokr Dream Gift Factory build, and I think it is looking delightful. I'm very happy with how this is looking. I'm not going to test it yet because we'll probably be testing it quite soon now. So let's move on to step 16. So I pulled step 16 and 17 today in the hope that we will get this done. So I've got hiccups, of course I do. And we get to use a plastic piece for this too, so have fun. Alright, let's start with this one. It does have a lot of decor on the front of it. I reckon could done with being coloured, but you know, that's my thoughts here. So we have, begin with the decor side outwards. We have this one's going to be put in here and held in place with this, and this one is going to go to the other side and be held in. So it does have the plastic peel. So I didn't poke my holes through first this time because, well, that was coming out anyway, because it didn't work last time. So I've just got to find which side that peel is on. There we go. I actually thought this piece was for that side, but I guess not. So this one's going to go this side, oops, turned it around, this side, and this one's going to go on this side. I guess to stop any light bleed going through, okay. So I reckon what I probably could do, if I could pick it up, is pop this through here first, pop this one through here. Of course I didn't push it through, did I? I said that too, and then probably forgot. Come on, tweezers, out you come. They're playing hard to get. And this one, like so. So it's all three of those are out. Doesn't matter which side of the plastic we use. So just make sure it's on the right side. It didn't help, did it really? Oh, actually, I wonder if it's this piece. Oh, it may not be this one. I might be lying. No, it was this one. Okay. Back as we were. That side, that side. And push these through all the way. And of course, because the middle ones are actually longer, you can't put it on a flat surface, so some movement to them, and then we are going to put these tiny little tabs on here to hold it all in place. We have quite a few of these, so I'm sure we're going to be using these tiny little squares for other things. Okay, let's see if the other direction might work better. I never forgot what direction I had. Okay. I think that's as far as it goes down, so I don't think it goes down all the way. Oh, there's quite a gap there, isn't there? Jumping the gun. Just sort out my camera too. come off again. Because now we're going to put that red piece in, this one here. Okay, and I'll sort my camera. Okay, so I'm going to put this one on top and push that all the way down. So it looks something like so, with some wobbly pieces at the bottom there. Then we put these ones on. It does go a specific way. So it goes, if you can see this, it's got like 2 indents, and those go to the sides of it. It actually says in the instructions, so we have 3. So look where my little indents are. Hopefully these don't show, because otherwise I definitely should have painted them. Make sure it's not painted on one side or something. But no. Okay. So it looks like this. Then from the front we are going to put these ones in, which will catch the back. I'm going to put number side down, just realised. And pop that on with a click. Number side down again. Push it all the way, put these over, and then held in with this piece. And this is not particularly sided. That's what we end up with. How cool. Okay. Alright, and this goes on our model. And it goes on, let's see, up here, right at the top. So I'm hoping that we've got this the right way around, because it looks like it is. Okay. And so one tab goes in here, and one tab goes in doesn't look like, oh, one's here. Where's the other one? I think it goes on here. Oh, let me have a good look at this. Okay, 1, 2, 1, 2, I believe. So you've got a hole here, and these are push in. So I'll get this in first, make that a start. Or I'll make this a start then, because this did not want to go through. I think this goes through that bottom piece, you know. This doesn't fit. Just this little shelf that you say no to me. There we go. Right now. Okay. Okay. Good push and a click. Right, and that's the first part of 16 done. Touch. And then I'll carry on with this side, different pots. And my books on the move. It's because when you turn the pages, it's difficult to fold them in the middle, because otherwise you lose some of the instructions quite often. So we are starting with these two, and they are going to go in here with the brown side I'm not sure it's going to matter. It goes right down here anyway. So I'm going to do it with the brown side outwards. we'll see if that matters soon. And then this piece, which is plain, goes in the front here. Followed by this piece just sitting on top, which has lots of holes and stuff inside, brown on top. And got to wrap the bead around here before putting it in, this one. Or I think we can put it in when you want the bead to actually show on top here. So you've got bead here, and that's not going to reach, so we want that one on top. It just says wrap it around, which I didn't want to stay anyway. Maybe I could do it afterwards. Let's get this in. Stop attacking me. Okay. Now let's see what we can do. I don't know if it's going to be easier or not easier. But what we do know is it didn't want to stay as it was. It's a pathetic cough, wasn't it? So let's go in from this way, like so. And then the bead is lined up. And what do we do with the wire from here? I actually wouldn't be surprised that it's not meant to be this bead, last bead around it, so I reckon it is. I reckon it's this last one here. Okay, so let's give this a lot more leeway then. It does say the last bead. To use it like a hook. I'll have to sort this cough out soon. It keeps wanting to say hi. Oh, how difficult can it be from a wire? Okay. And then it just has this going kind of like that. Alright, it's in spots-ish. Something like so. So that the last bead is on here. Okay, next pot. We have some strange looking pieces for this. And we are starting with this plastic piece, which is red. And we need two of them put together, I think, and I think those go in that little slot. Let's see if it's got a peel to it, or if it is just, it doesn't say to peel, so I don't think it is. And I think we put one or two. I think probably just one, so I probably only needed one. Maybe they give you a spare. Okay. That goes in that slot here. Like so. Oh, so the bulb is going to go behind it. That's pretty cool. Excuse me, let me sort this out. Okay, and then we're going to make a little fireplace, which which I guess is going to sit in front of that, which is what it's for. That's kind of cool too. The wire kind of shows it to be loose all at that end that I was trying to do, but not as loose as mine. Anyway, okay, so the fireplace, we are then going to use 22 on one side, this is 21, so 21 goes this side, like so. 22 the other. Book. Stay where I put you. And then we are going to put some little bits on top here, so I'm going to do that before putting them in. And we want the candle to this side. This would be better putting it in first or not, to be honest with you. We will see very soon. This one. Of the teddy. Okay, and then this goes on here. Probably could have put them in after, you know. Would have been easier because it would have been flatter, but here's what it is. And then we have this going around the outside into those two slots at the front. Okay, like so. Well, pretty sure we know where this is going to go. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And with the wire, there's a notch cut out here, so let's get our wire in there. Doesn't say to do that, but I'm pretty sure that's what it needs. That went in very easily. Okay, and then I have another bulb right behind that teddy. Okay, last pop for 16, and we can move on to 17. So that little arch that is going to go down the bottom here around the fireplace. I almost pulled the wrong piece for this. Well, I did originally. Ooh. Okay. Nothing 100% in. Technically, I wonder if I could take this out. It'd be easier to put this on afterwards. There we go, straight in. That made it easier. Put this on afterwards. This strip here, put that on afterwards, and it's easier to put this in. And then we have our, oops, this one going to go to which side? This side, and he's going to sit in the front here, like so. I love the decoration they've got going on this. It's well thought out. It looks something like so. How cute is that? Okay, and that is step 16 done. Alright, step 17. So put that to one side again. And looks pots now by the side of me. And we want it that the raised part is going away from the decor. So something like so. I guess this is to enclose everything. And yeah, the slanty part there. Okay. And then this piece is going to go down the bottom here. So it looks like this as a part. Goes in here. When I can get it in. There we go. And make sure that you've got those sides flush, that's for sure. Quite a tight fit really. Actually chipped some of that wood off. Okay, that's that part. Oh, what does it say here? Oh, it just says to remove the parts that were in between there and save them, it says. Okay, next pot is this one, more plastic pieces. So let's put that to one side for a second. And what are we doing? We have 2 brown pieces. Okay, so it's going to be an opening window by the looks of it. And you want your plastics. Okay, we're going to be putting in which tabs? Oh, difficult to tell. Okay, so you take your long ones and you put them through this hole here, making sure that these stay in that direction. Then it's going to go through our plastic piece, which this one wants to peel, so cool. Get rid of that. And this. Basically we're making mirror images, so we just do the same again on the other side. I get plastic out, and pop that through here and hold it on with a ring. Like so. And then through the top here goes one of these little ones. When I can. And do the same on the other door. Obviously going to be opening doors here. So it looks something like that on the back. And it looks like this on the front. Okay. Same with the other one. So I'll start with our long one. I'm assuming that's acting like it looks like a handle or something. A plastic piece. You know, these peels, and I've said it on other videos, but I don't know if I've ever said it on this one, but if I have, I apologise for repeating myself, but they are very satisfying to peel these off. That said, I'm one of those sorts that, like, even though I don't like a lot of noises, like popping bubble wrap too, so hey, the joy things bring. A bit like this model, it is quite the joy. I look forward to making this. It's actually incredibly hard to put down. Okay, and that is in. A little looser than this one, but that's where we are. Doesn't look right, does it? I don't think that's how it's meant to be. I think I have them the wrong way round. What a muppet. Off you come. I knew that too, really, to measure it and have a look. I was being dippy. So, like so. Try that again. Basically, you're looking to have a matching pair. That's it. That's all you're looking for. And I assume it's these ones and not the others that I've poured. Like so. Then we are, what are we doing next? We're putting the top on, which is this one. So we've got a matching pair like so. And then we are putting on this piece. So it goes across the top along with this piece. Like so. Keeping them together. And then putting them into here. So I put them in the two holes at the bottom. That's kind of cool. There you go. It said no. It will go in. Just easy to put those in the holes first, by the way, at the bottom, before even tackling this little piece. And then this one, yeah, just sits on top anyway. Oh, it's the wrong way around. So this piece, this red piece, has tabs at the top. You want to make sure that those tabs go on like this so that they fit through those two holes at the back there. So, if I can. Being a bit wimpy, obviously. And that is in. Then we have this piece. Oh, this piece goes. Where does this piece go? What have I missed? Oh, I see. Then the whole of this. This one goes into here. So it goes in. Well, there's nothing to hold that in. This piece is upside down. So see those tabs here? Those need to go in the bottom. So they need to go towards the bottom. So let's undo this. Carefully though, not like I just did. Okay, bear with me. Okay, so taking it out, I did have a little break, but I'm not going to worry about it yet. I'm going to fix it in a moment. And that was with the bottom of the door piece here, or here. But I'm going to get this in on the right side. So I just had this main part, the main bit, in upside down. Of course I did. So I'm going to get this in first and then I'll mend that part because it goes to the bottom of it anyway. It's a tight fit. I see this one's going to go in here. Oh, it's difficult to know where to touch. Almost. Okay, that's in. This is almost in. Come on, mate, you can do it. It's out. These are in, these are in. This one's in. Okay, close up. Right, let's mend that. So I'm just going to take a little bit of wood glue and stick at the bottom here. and now I've got it all the way in, it'll be a bit easier to hold. I did kind of try and mend it before, but it wasn't really doing its thing, so. And then just watch this door that doesn't get caught. But if you do it the first time, you won't have a problem, you won't get a break on it. And it's on me again. Okay, so while that's sitting there doing its thing, we will continue, and I'll just keep an eye on this door to keep moving it a little bit. Let's make sure that's in. Okay, next part. So first of all, we take our sides, which we have, haven't we? We have one like this, and you want it with the plain side going into, so like so, with the tab at the top, not the bottom. So this is at the bottom, no, that's at the top too. So it's going to be this one I had in the first place, and you want to just make sure that this tab is upwards. Like so, and then the same with this one. It's storm weather today, I've got quite the headache. I can normally tell because it's going to be quite a storm or something, and that's how we end up looking with it up like so. Then these are going to go into here on each corner, and then we're going to hold those in place with these. So, well then surely it should have been the other way. Oh no, it's not, it doesn't go where I was trying to put it. So these are going to fit in here. So like so, with our little pieces here. Kind of a detailed little thing, isn't it? Which, I swear, would be easier to do without that. And just go upwards, that piece. It's got a red side and a white side on it, by the looks of it. Something like so, and then I'm going to pop this in afterwards. Right way up. Just easy to do it after the event. So I can get this one off without breaking it. Okay, it's not so keen. Let's put that through and have that facing. I'll do it the same as the other one, so the red's facing inwards, like so. And just fold it over. That works. This piece, of which we've got a big slot at the back, and we want the decor on the outside and the berries going towards, oh it's got berries on both sides, so the bit which sticks out more is going towards, away from that slot. And let's go with these little ones here. I think. I'm doing I think again, and then this goes on the top around the fireplace. these tabs go through here. And there's also a little tab at the front here, going to go through the smaller one. Nothing to it. All we have to do is line it up. That one's in. And that one. And there we go. How cool is that looking? Alright. So, next pot. We are still continuing on this piece. And we are now working towards the back. So on the side where they've both got windows, on this side we want to put this piece here. Like so. Very loose fit. Okay. And then we are putting on the opposite side these two, and they've got like slight decor to them. And you want one at the bottom into the side here, and one up here, pointing the steps upwards. I think that's what they're going to be. And this little piece, funny looking piece, with a tab up towards the back of the model. It is just plain into here. It might have been easier to put it in here first, especially now we've got it in here once. Can't do it the way I wanted to do it. Almost, guys, almost. There we go. So we've got little steps on the side. So that works. And I have one more pot left, but we're going to attach this now to the model. Which is all going to be to do with this side. So it says the first thing to put in is these tabs. This is number 1 and 1. Number 2 is the bit for the step, and then the middle for the wire, I think. Okay. Alright. So let's see where we're hitting. The front just fell off again. It's a bit tricky knowing what to hold. I will go with, I want the bottom in first. Come on, girl. My little girl wants to visit here because it's a very tight fit. And at the bottom. Okay, and I've done it facing me. Okay, so I found out what the problem is. This piece has to go with the pattern facing outwards, right to the front. I had it the other way, so this piece was longer going down here, whereas when you do it this way, it marries up, so we should be okay now. I'm not taking the steps off, I'll do that afterwards. Okay, that is in. I can honestly say it was not easy to put in. It was a lot to line up, but it does look really cool. How awesome is that? Oh, it looks fantastic. What also confused me was this side had like this tab here. There's nowhere actually to put it, so I think it's just for stability. Doesn't go in anything or anything like that. And putting the steps on afterwards, a little tricky, but not as bad as it could have been. So the last part of 17, and I will call it for that because this took a bit longer than I anticipated. We have two little beasts here. This is, gosh, I can't even read my writing, 35 I think. We have just two weird shapes, and well, one's 38 and one's 39, so let's see, 39 goes for the bigger one to the back, so these just go in here and they just fit in quite easily. Is there a hole in the base? There is a hole in the base, so it's not just a matter of pushing them down. There we go, it goes all the way through, and the same with this one. Just make sure your pattern's outside. Good times. That was the colouring that came off, not the wood itself. So it's just this piece. So let's cut that a little bit shorter. And we'll just glue it in place. So in reality, this build hasn't really needed glue except for a few breaks here and there, which generally I think are on me. Yeah, pretty much. Probably because I put things on wrong, have to take them out again. But this I don't know why I'm using wood glue really, because I had it out, I guess. And then pop this into position. Where'd you go? There it is. So it has its colour back on. And I get it right. That's really coming together though, isn't it? We will give it a test. It doesn't say to test it at this stage, but why not? Right, let me get this on and test it. Okay, so this is what we ended up looking like for today. So mostly we worked on this side. Oh goodness, how cool is that inside there? Let's open the doors so it doesn't quite so reflective. Oh, hey, stay open a second, mate. Oh, that is so cool. I love the fire. And even a light on the mantle there. Looks like that teddy needs to go in a bit more, doesn't it? It's come a bit loose, so I'll get that put in. But nevertheless, how cool is that looking? That is looking fantastic. Really excited about this. So what do we have coming up for day 10? Let's see. We will start on step 18, which is building above here, so won't get quite so blinded by this light up here. We're building above, and then we that's for step 18, which is actually quite a short step. That's why I was hoping to get it done today, but hey. And then we will go to step 19, which starts on this front section, I believe, will be next, and putting some decor on there. And then if we get time for 20, again 3 steps, not too long, we will be dealing with other parts going across the chute here at the top part. So this will be then enclosed eventually anyway, not quite yet. Dealing with the last light that we have, this one. All the other lights dealt with? Yes, they are. And we will be making the sign in step 20 as well. So again, another very short step. I'd like to say we're finished tomorrow. 21 is pretty long. I reckon 2 days, guys. I reckon we're going to be finished by day 11 on this build, and we can start our next Christmas one. But how awesome is that? I am so chuffed with how this looks. I think it looks fantastic, to be honest with you. I'm really happy with it. Thought I'd try and get it a bit balanced so that it will make a different picture for the thumbnail, because I swear the last few thumbnails have looked so very similar. But as we've only worked on this part, that would be cool to show it for the thumbnail. Anyway, any comments are very much appreciated. I think I'm going to go over these ends with yellow, just so they blend in, and also down the sides here, not here, down here, to blend those in a bit more, because I do think those stand out like a sore thumb. But generally, as you know, I'm not doing very much colouring on this whatsoever, but I will probably do that anyway. Any comments are very much appreciated. I will always get back to you. I do think it's a lovely model. I mean, I hope you, if you're not building it already, learn from my mistakes. I mean, that's the point of my channel, so that you can learn and yours will look perfect and not have any issues going on. Then I'd love to build the rest of it with you. Anyway, do like and subscribe if you haven't already. I appreciate every single one of you. You're really helping the channel to grow, and I appreciate your support and your comments, your emails too. Very much appreciated. Biggest thing though, you take care of you guys. Alright, see you very soon. Take care. Bye.